What's up, One Crack News? Hopefully, y'all got the notification. I want everybody here to see an individual here by the name of Judge Boyd from the 187th District, or DC, which is the District of Columbia courthouse. Now, what makes this very interesting to me is that even in the District of Columbia, I've never seen this done. She just made this woman have to go out and get a job. She demanded this woman has to get a job and stop living off of her child. Never in court history have I ever seen that done. Hit the like button for that. This is revolutionary. A black woman, female judge, in here with this white lady and tell her she ain't going for her sob story. She's like, I had a job, but I had to let it go. I'm a full-time mom, but even though my child is, in jail, like in school, I gotta be a full-time mom. Judge Boyd ain't going for none of it. None of it. She is straight up business. She ain't trying to hear any of that. Listen to this.
14 days, she has a real immune system. She's Down syndrome. So
Well, here's the thing. I understand your issues. I understand the situation. I understand that you want to care for your daughter. But I also understand that your sole source of support financially is not supposed to be your daughter's Social Security. You're going to have to get a job. And if you get a job and you lose a job, then you get the job and you lose the job for your daughter. But you need to start working because you're living off of your daughter's income. That's not right.
That's what a lot of them are doing. We've gone over so many of these cases where the moms are using child support, government assistance, raise their kids more than they.
Yep, and they're using government assistance to raise them damn kids. And this has been going on, and the money that's supposed to be going for the kids, they using it for all other things. Kicking it, clothes for them, and the kids ain't getting doo-doo squat.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to correct that. You're gonna have to get a job. And honestly, when you go in for a job interview, you need to inform them up front that my daughter's special needs, I may have to leave sometime. And normally employers will allow that. If you provide proof, you just can't say, well, I'm leaving because of this. I mean, there are plenty of times people in this court have emergencies with their children. And honestly, there are times in this court where the staff will tell me, my child has a soccer game. Can I leave early? I'm like, yes, you can. Go cheer on your child at the long soccer game. Because how long do those games last? Because I think with children now, they do something silly where you have like 4 games in one day or something.
like tournaments.
Yes. So you got to get employment. You can't just be living off your daughter's Social Security.
It's not a plan that I wanted. It's very difficult. Like, I do it by myself. I don't need to be upset, but I mean, if she gets sick, I'm able to go get her or be there for her.
Here's the thing. If you're at work and your daughter gets sick, you tell your employer, I just got a notice, my daughter's sick, I'm gonna have to leave. And when you leave to go get your daughter, if they fire you, then who knows, maybe you can get a civil attorney, maybe not. Maybe the civil attorney will tell you, yeah, you don't have a case, this is Texas. Or maybe they will tell you you do have a case. But if you lose your job, you lose your job. You can't depend on your child's check that's supposed to be for her specifically to financially support you. I mean, you tell me you're in Section 8, which means that the rent or whatever you're paying is much less than other people who are not. Then, so you're using your daughter's income for your housing, you're using her income for food, you're using her income for clothes, you're using her income for gas. If you're putting gas in your vehicle, if you have a vehicle, you're using her income for your car note. If you have a car note, you're using her income for your utilities. She is financially supporting you. And what I can tell you is, there was a time, I think it was, I'm aging myself again, I want to say it's Jerry Coogan, who was a child actor in, I don't know, like the 40s or whatever time he was. And he ended up broke. And you know why he ended up broke? Because his parents were living off him and he was the sole supporter for his family. Your daughter should not be the sole source of financial support for you. So you're gonna have to get a job, and I'm requiring you to get a job. And if you end up getting fired from that job, then you get fired from that job and you're gonna search for another one, because your sole source of income should not be your daughter.
Boom. You got to get a job. You got to get a job. The judge basically put it, you're not finna sit there and milk your child to death. There's no excuse why you're not working. You got to get a job. She ain't playing. She might have earned a date from me. She mean it. You got to go get a job. You came in with every excuse of why you can't work, or fear of what might happen, and then what if I got to take off work to go get the kid and all that. Then you got to write a letter to your boss. You got to get a job. You already on Section 8, so your rent already lower than everybody else's in the world, and you using your daughter's expenses to pay all for you. No, you got to go get a job. And I love how they come in here and dress down in court. They get the hair, all this and that. Your hair was all whipped up with your kids' money when you was going out. But you want to come in court looking all bummy like that's going to work on the judge. The judge done seen it all. You got to get a job.
You understand? How old is your daughter? She's 8 years old. And the fact that you're using her money specifically for you to live off on, guess what? It's like your daughter is going to work to support you.
It's not like that, Judge Boyd. I had a job before. I lost a job. I tried to get a job again. When you do call centers or trying to work from home, I'm trying. I have looked for jobs. I have put Indeed. I put everywhere so I can work from home. What makes you think, and sorry, no disrespect, but what makes you think that I want to live off of $800 and something a month when my car note is covering that and my rent? It is exhausting, and trying to be there mentally and physically for my daughter and all her appointments. I have put that on hold, which I'm not supposed to. But with COVID and everything else, and her loan system has just been a headache for me. I do this alone. I don't ask anybody for help.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I do this alone. I don't depend anybody for help. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I do this alone. How many black single mothers out there? Y'all been doing this alone for a long time. This woman act like she just reinvented the wheel, didn't she? I do this alone. Black women got to make it work. But nobody's holding their feet to the fire and told them they still got to go out and get a job. That's what needs to happen here. See, that's the problem, good people. Nobody's being authoritative. Nobody is telling these people, look, people, you need to get up and get a job.
In life, we decide to have children and we choose the partner that we're going to have a child with, usually, normally. So you chose him.
The judge is telling nothing but the truth. You chose him. And that's one thing that's not said to young women. When you decide to become a baby mama and do it all alone, you don't know what's waiting ahead. You may end up with a child with special needs, which you...
Yep, you don't know what's happening.
We choose the partner that we're going to have a child with, usually, normally. So you chose him. And guess what? I'm not your civil attorney, but you walk straight over to civil court and you file documents to have him put on child support.
And he has not paid.
Well, then you need to go do an enforcement and you need to get an attorney to do that. But I want you to hear me clearly. I understand your issues, I do. But it doesn't change the fact that you are living off of your child. You're living off of her income. You need to get a job. That's the way it's at. You got to get a job. That's the way it has to be, because you can't live off your daughter's income. Your daughter, even though she's getting Social Security, it's as though your daughter is working. You are not working, and you're living off of her. You're living off of her, and honestly, you're living off of taxpayers. Because you're in Section 8. How much is your rent?
138 is going up.
Okay, so it's $138.
$130.
Really be though. I've had people come before me, their rent is $27 when it really should be $1,500. Everybody else in here, and not everybody, because I don't know everybody's situation, but I know everyone who is in the well of the court, they're not paying $138. I would love to pay $138 for our place. I would be living like a queen, traveling every single day because it's only $138. So here's the thing. You have got to get a job. In the store, you can't live off your child. And if there's a call center you can work for, then work for it. If you can work at McDonald's, then work at McDonald's. But I am not going to allow you to live off your daughter. And you're here for a driving while intoxicated case that was reduced to a misdemeanor. So the fact that you had alcohol, guess what? Your daughter paid for you to have alcohol. And I know your daughter's not drinking. So you took part of her Social Security money to pay for alcohol.
I didn't pay to use alcohol.
Did somebody buy you that drink?
And it was my birthday time.
Who bought you the drink?
My friend out.
One, I don't believe her, but
Nobody believes her. She's coming up with sob story after sob story for not getting a job.
Enjoying your life. And was your daughter with you when you were drinking?
It's not. It was just at dinner.
So there we are. But you're going to get a job. Everybody in here is required to have employment. You cannot continue to live off your daughter. And you need to stay in touch with probation, because I'm not even asking you to pay your fees. And it shows here that you have a net income of $540. That means that something needs to be cut out. I don't know if it's the cable TV. I don't know if you have cable, but you need to get a job. End of story.
It's my car.
All right, you need to get a job. All right? So she's going to be required to get employment.
And when is my probation end?
You're going to get employment. And here's the thing. If your probation needs to be extended, it will be, but you're getting employment before you leave this court. Part of completing probation successfully is having employment. Now, if you don't want to be on probation, if you want to, you can find someone who you trust to take care of your daughter, and we can send you to the Bexar County Jail, and you can do your time at the jail. But you will have employment in this court. Otherwise, a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and you could potentially be at the Bexar County Jail for 180 days. It's completely up to you, but I require everyone to have employment. You going?
You going to jail or get a job.
Minors. And I'm going to want an update on her employment.
Woo. Update on the employment
By February the 1st. Let me see.
May I say something, Your Honor?
Sure.
I just don't want you to think like I'm using my daughter. That's not what it is.
She don't care what you think it
I
is.
haven't been employed since last year, and I haven't found a job. I have been looking, and
Well, if you have not been employed since last year, what month last year? When's the last time you?
February.
February.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means that you were not employed March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You have not been working for 10 months. So you've been living off your daughter for 10 months, and I'm not going to continue to allow it. You're getting a job.
And it's always like this now. I understand that.
She thinks she gonna find
Hey,
so.
I'm using my daughter.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're living off of your daughter. I don't know what you don't understand about that. Your rent, your daughter is paying your rent. You're not. Your utilities, your daughter is paying your utilities. The gas, you're not providing for her. The government is providing for her through her
I
SSI.
am her character. I take care of her.
You're not doing a good job because you are living off of her.
How am I not doing a good job?
You're living off your daughter financially. Here's the thing. If SSI were not to give your daughter any money, if you didn't have your daughter, you would not be getting Section 8 housing. You would not be living at the place you're living for $138. And it's probably, how many bedrooms is it?
It's two.
It's 2 bedrooms. How many bathrooms is it?
Two.
All right, it's 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. I can tell you right now, I know without even looking at your place, that place is more than $138. And the reason why you're getting it for $138 is because of your daughter. So the taxpayers are picking up the tab on what you really should be paying for that. So you can thank your daughter for that. The utilities, if you have to pay utilities, your daughter is paying that, not you. The gas you put in your car, your daughter is paying that, not you. The groceries on your table, you say you get food stamps, the taxpayers are paying that. And anything extra that's not covered for food stamps, your daughter is paying that. So yes, you are living off of your daughter. You're not bringing anything financially to the table. And I'm going to say it for the last time. You are getting employment. You will have employment by February 2nd. If you do not, a motion to revoke will be filed. And you could be looking at 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. Thank you.
Woo! Woo! You are getting a job. This woman thought she was going to find a magical phrase to keep her from doing any type of work, any type of job, any type of anything. Woo! That's Judge Boyd. My goodness. That's incredible. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. When people say, and when they go back and look at that, when they go back and check that out, I know 10 deadbeat mamas that need to see Judge Boyd. Exactly. There's no reason for you not to have a job. You living off your daughter's SSI. Get you a job. Because you get money from the SSI, there's only so much money you can make. I know people, they know they got to get paid cash. They work out ways to get paid by check and cash. They make sure they take small jobs because they don't want nothing big where they can take on more money because then it would kick off SSI. And believe me, they will kick you off quick. Then you got to reapply. I wish my bills was, if I had to pay 138, I'd be woo. Brooklyn style, baby. Brooklyn style. Oh! It be on. Goddamn Coco Golf. Then cost me my damn thing. That's what I get. Judge Boy just made my night. Right. You got to get a job. That it makes perfect sense. Get you a job. You should be doing that to help your child, not live off your child. She came up with she thought she could find anything in the white girl's school book. The cry, the tears, I ain't gonna do it on my own. I filed child support. He's not helping me. You got a DUI. Why? I was drinking with my friends. How you out drinking? I didn't buy the drink. Someone bought it for me. It's a lie. You using the money to go out and kick it and get drunk. You spending the money on you and you not working. You don't want to work. This is clear as day. Oh, I tried to get one of those stay-home calls, work over the phone jobs, and where I could work from home, and I just can't. You can't get employed from your house. I'm telling you, man, it's goofy. It's mad goofy, son. It's mad goofy. Well, the judge read this script before, and the judge is tired of it. Like, look, you need to get a job. And was like, I'm demanding you get a job. Or you just gonna go to jail and do 120 months in jail. Dude, we tired of playing. I'm like, I'm with the judge. Yep, so that's one for the judge. I'm finna go watch Power Book 2. This season's up. So I'm gonna check that out. I'll holler at y'all later. One Crack News, we out. Don't forget to follow Kwame Brown Bust Life 2.0. Let's blow that up. Mondo Black TV, hit the like button and follow him. Oh man, welcome to HD TV. Follow HD's channel. Seahawks Jose Rodriguez, Ticket TV. It's your boy Carcino for life. Deuces.